Senator, there's a lot going on in the world. Obviously, there's an election on Tuesday. There's what's happening in Iran right now, and we're going to cover all that. But we are also talking about a really important piece of legislation that you have introduced in the Senate, and I hope that everyone that was watching this or listening to this will go and download this episode of Verdict with Ted Cruz because it's so important.
Well, today's podcast, I do think, is critically important. We're talking about child sexual abuse, an epidemic that tragically afflicts kids across the country. And far too many victims of child sexual abuse are then re-victimized because they're forced to sign non-disclosure agreements. This week, I introduced in the Senate legislation called Trey's Law. Trey's Law is named for a Texan, a young boy, a Christian, who went to a Christian camp and horrifically was sexually abused over a period of years. And ultimately, the perpetrator was held criminally accountable, is serving 3 consecutive life terms. But in the subsequent litigation, Trey was coerced into signing a non-disclosure agreement. And that non-disclosure agreement haunted him, so much so that he ultimately took his life. And today on the podcast, we're joined by Trey's sister, Elizabeth Phillips, who has been leading the effort across the country to pass Trey's laws. A number of states, including Texas, have passed Trey's Law into law. And today I introduced, with a broad bipartisan coalition, Trey's Law in the United States Senate. We're going to get it passed nationally. But Elizabeth is going to tell her brother's story. And this is a podcast where we're speaking out for victims. We're speaking out to empower victims and to also expose the abuse and to stop it. And so you're not going to want to miss this podcast. You can download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.